Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Joseph Mbele. I teach at St. Olaf College in Northfield, Minnesota, here in the USA. I've been here since 1991 in the English department. Before that, I taught at the University of Dar es Salaam in my country, Tanzania, from 1976. I was there in the literature department. Apart from teaching, I'm very much out in the world as a cultural consultant. I help Africans and Americans navigate cultural differences. So Americans who are going to Africa and Africans who are coming to the USA, I work with these people to help them by offering cultural orientation. And I enjoy this very much. I give presentations, different places, both here and in Africa. And I enjoy writing about these things, to help people. I've published 2 books, Africans and Americans Embracing Cultural Differences. And recently, 2021, I published a sequel, Chickens in the Bus, More Thoughts on Cultural Differences. I've also created a course, especially because I've focused in the last few years on helping African Americans who are moving to Africa. I've been thinking about them as having a specific kind of background which requires, a specific kind of instruction in terms of the cultural orientation. So there's a course, online course. There's an online course that I've created for them to prepare before they go to Africa, and also to help them figure out their experiences in Africa, in their interactions with Africans. Before I created this course, I was monitoring the reaction that people have, to my work. And so what they say about my books inspired me to create a course so that I could say more. I could offer, more instruction, more advice. So, for example, a few days ago, was it 2 days ago, I saw a review of this book online on the Amazon page. I saw a review by an African American who has lived in Tanzania for 14 years. And this person confesses that reading this book after those 14 years, they've realized, it would have been very helpful to have read this, earlier, even before coming to Tanzania. It would have saved them some stress, some disappointments, frustrations. I found this testimony to be very powerful. And it's not the only testimony. I've been hearing these types of sentiments again and again. So I have been encouraged to do more, and the cause I'm talking about does just that. And I think it's a worthwhile enterprise, and I think it's worthwhile, trying to take that cause. It incorporates a lot of the lessons that I have in the books, actually all of the lessons in the books. And so it consists of texts and videos, and it can take somebody just about 2 hours to go through it. I have seen advice on Facebook pages, people telling African Americans, fellow African Americans, telling them, oh, don't worry, you'll get used to the culture here. Just come. For example, coming to a place like Ghana or South Africa, Senegal, just come. You'll figure it out. Just come with an open mind. Now, these are probably good, forms of advice, but they are not concrete, they are not sufficient. As I say, this African American who wrote on the Amazon page says it's taken them 14 years. It has taken them 14 years, and there was still a lot of frustrations. You don't figure out a culture really by just being there. It's very difficult to understand the underlying foundations of a culture, why people do this, why they do that. You can observe what they do, you can hear what they say, but understanding the underlying stories and the logic, it takes a lot of time. If you just believe in being there and hoping you'll pick it up. So I think there's a shorter way to read books, to read a book. And in this case, I'm claiming, there's a shorter way. If you are going to Africa, pick up, this book, pick up the Chicken's book, do the course, and you won't regret it. The people who have bought the course so far, I've been telling them if they take the course and they find it's not, meaningful, they should let me know and I'll return their money. Absolutely, I'll return their money. And I'll even apologize for having, wasted their time. Nobody has sent back, words of that kind. Nobody. So I'm convinced that the cause is valuable. I'm convinced the cause is valuable. Some people say, oh, you can just look at, YouTube and you'll see videos there. Now, yes, there are YouTube videos, but I have not seen one that expresses the kind of insights into the cultures that I'm trying to express in my own cause and in my books. They might tell you, oh yeah, you can open a bank account, this is where you do your shopping, this is where you build your house. But I'm talking about, the cultural dimensions, what does money represent in different cultures? What does it mean in different cultures? You can build a house, but I'm talking about the cultural contexts, the cultural meanings of house and home. And there are so many things to consider. It's not just a house, but there's a cultural thing that makes the house a home. And you bring your own notions, of home. You can build a house in Ghana, for example, and you're an American. But what I'm talking about is something deeper than just the structure, something to do with how the perception of that structure is in different cultures, how you move in it, things like hospitality and being welcomed into a house, those types of things, how you sit when you come, how you walk into the house, that kind of thing. Spaces in the house and their meanings, the interpretation of the various spaces in the house, the meanings of the various spaces. It's a complicated story. It's not just a matter of houses, it's a matter of homes. Or shopping, what is shopping, in a given culture, it's not the same in all cultures. And I talk about these types of things. How do you do shopping? What does the market signify? What are the dynamics of the marketplace? You need to know these things. You don't just talk about, where are the stores, where are the markets. There are so many cultural things that are involved. So you can't figure this out by just being there and somehow you'll pick it up. Yeah, it might take you a long time, a very long time. I have met Africans, for example, who have been in the United States here for many, many years, and they still say they are intrigued, puzzled, or, inconvenienced by some of the things they encounter. And it's because they never had the opportunity to reflect on the cultural meanings, the cultural contexts of these things, the underlying cultural values. So those are the things that concern me, and I will continue recording these videos. I give talks all the time. This month alone, this February, I've been to Owatonna, a town in Minnesota here, and tomorrow tomorrow is the 13th of February. I'll be in Coon Rapids, another town in Minnesota, and on the 15th, I'll be in Faribault, another town here in Minnesota. Yeah, and this is only in February. I have other appointments coming up. So I'm tireless in pursuing these goals of trying to make people prepare, and manage their lives in a different culture. That's it. I will upload this video, and keep checking my channel. I wish you all the best.